RISE Tutoring is an ASU student organization sponsored by the American Muslim Women's Association, and we provide tutoring and mentorship to refugee students grades K through 12 in order to help them achieve academic and personal success. At RISE Tutoring, we strive to create an environment that embraces diversity and encourages students to build confidence and take pride in their heritage, their religion, and their identity. It's so important for refugee students who come from a background with little stability to be able to come to this place every week and know that tutors are going to be there for them. Our tutoring is tailored to the needs of our students. We provide tutoring in the subject areas with which they struggle most, whether that be math, reading, spelling. We're here to provide what they need in terms of their education.
RISE is short for Refugee Integration, Stability, and Education. At RISE Tutoring, we believe that every refugee child should have access to the resources and opportunities they require to grow as students and human beings. RISE Tutoring currently works at 3 locations: the office of the American Muslim Women's Association in Mesa, Papago Elementary School in East Phoenix, and Valencia Newcomer School in West Phoenix. RISE began in May 2013 as a student initiative to change the lives of refugee youth. When an ASU student was contacted by the American Muslim Women's Association about refugee kids who needed help in school, she gathered a group of her friends to tutor out of the kids' homes.
RISE really started way before it was called RISE. This was the summer of 2013, and it was a summer where I sought out opportunities to give back to my community and was introduced through UMWA, an organization my family had been a part of for a long time, of a community of refugees that could use more support, specifically through education. For me, coming into this community, there was very little I knew about the refugee persona, what it meant to be one, where they came from, what their history was like, and what the challenges they faced were. And seeing that there is a huge gap here. Talking to children who were about to enter high school but couldn't do basic math, couldn't do basic reading and writing. And so I, as an individual, felt really motivated to find a way to close that gap. And what that looked like at the time was us going to their homes on Sunday afternoons without having anyone to contact or make sure that they were there, hoping they were there, and started from the ground up, built our own curriculum, and went at it. From there, it just grew organically, I would say. It was just the 2 of us with 10 kids, and then we would have friends find out about what we were doing and want to join. Then it became 3, and then it became 4, and then it became 5. And still we were a nameless entity finding ways to enrich these kids' lives, whether it was through education, specifically tutoring, whether it was taking them on trips and doing picnics with them. It could really look like anything, but all we really wanted was, let's create a bond here with these people and let's see if we can make a difference.
Eventually, the program was founded as an ASU student organization and given its name. We began to recruit new ASU students and started tutoring out of a Chandler mosque. As we continued to grow, we took the opportunity to move to UMWA's office in Mesa, where we found our permanent home. We tutor over 20 students at UMWA's office who range from 1st to 9th grade and are of Syrian, Somali, Ethiopian, and Iraqi origin. Many of these students were our very first, and we've been working with them on a weekly basis for over 5 years.
My experience as a RISE student has been amazing. It has been a journey. I wasn't really a shy person from the start, but I've seen how much confidence I've gained because of the RISE program and everyone in it. I never thought that I would go for like leadership positions, so I joined the student council, and instead of just going for like a really like secretary or something, I went for president and I got it, and I couldn't believe it. I wouldn't have done it without the RISE program. I've continued with the RISE program because of everyone in it and all of the positivity, and it's like my safe haven.
As a RISE student, my experience has been great because I was able to work with really great tutors, and they've helped me do well in school. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have like gotten the chance to work really hard, and they've motivated me to keep going although I felt like giving up and not trying as hard. They were always there for me. They've encouraged me to try my best. I've continued with the program because I knew that this program has always been there for me, and I've noticed that after I've been part of RISE, I was able to get out of my comfort zone. I'm still shy, but I would say I'm not as shy as I used to be before, and that's all because of RISE. So I remember when I was in high school, there was one point, like I think I was a junior, I was about to give up because I felt like I couldn't do it anymore, and the classes were really hard for me and I was stressing out. And since I've continued with RISE, they were always there for me and they've helped me, and I was able to graduate. At some point I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to graduate high school. I don't think I'm going to be able to go to college. I'm just going to give up. I should just drop out of high school. But then I've noticed that there are a lot of people that support me and they want me to do well, and they want me to always try my best and not to give up. I feel like RISE is like my second family, I would say, because of how much they've supported me, especially the tutors, and I'm so grateful for that.
My relationship with the RISE tutors means a lot to me because they're like my family, and I've continued with the RISE program because I love my tutors, and I've been doing well in school with them, and I've been getting the help I need.
We expanded to Papago School in spring 2017, where we continued to develop a curriculum to address our students' educational challenges. At our Papago School location, most of our 15 students are of Rohingya and Congolese origin. Over the past 2 years, we've been working with them on many foundational skills, such as spelling and basic math.
I continue coming to Tutoring because I just love being here, and I enjoy the people that are here. I feel close to the tutor at RISE because I just have a lot of fun with them, and every time I see them I feel so happy, and I just feel like I'm super close to them. Every time I came here, the tutor will have plans for me and stuff I need to work on, and it's amazing how people care about other people.
In October 2018, we expanded to our third location, Valencia Newcomer School.
So my name is Lynette Faulkner, and I am the interim director here at Valencia Newcomer School. Valencia is a school that supports 3rd through 8th graders who are new to the country. This is their first year in the United States and their first experience in a school setting. So we've had a fabulous partnership with the RISE program at ASU. They don't come in and just say, what do you need me to do? They're coming in saying, what can we do to help your students? And for our teachers and our staff, that is so important because our kids are on a strategic path to moving in the direction of learning English as quickly as possible, and to have tutors come on campus to help support that process is absolutely phenomenal. So we just really appreciate the RISE tutors for coming into Valencia. Our refugee students come in very scared, very nervous. They've never been in a situation where they've been in a building sometimes. And so having someone that they feel comfortable with, that they feel safe with, is very important. So we build that partnership with our students from the get-go. And when the RISE tutors came, the first thing they did was just build relationships with our students before moving into any educational piece. And for us, that was so important and so needed. So for them coming on to our campus and working with our refugee students, our students then look at a college student as a way of, wow, I can be like that. They have built a partnership with them and a safe place for them that it's just a great experience.
In order to have such a positive impact on the lives of our students, we carefully select compassionate and dedicated tutors who we know can provide consistent emotional support to our kids through the hardships they face as refugees. We plan fun and engaging activities, events, and field trips for our students, which encourage them to build close relationships with RISE tutors outside of a formal academic setting. This emotional support is crucial to the personal development of our students. RISE tutors serve as role models to the students, and the students bring joy and fulfillment to the tutors' lives. These bonds improve students' ability to focus during one-on-one tutoring sessions and therefore enhance the overall effectiveness of tutoring.
I've had an awesome experience with RISE. I love coming here every week and I love seeing the kids every week. And as a student-led group, it really feels like every single person has an important part to play in the organization, and I love that. Over the years, you see the students grow, but you also see the tutors grow as people and as leaders, and whether they have finals coming up or they have school or they have part-time jobs, they always come every single week because they know that there's a student depending on them. And I've seen so many tutors take up leadership positions just to make the organization even better. And I think that speaks to how awesome our kids are. They really make you want to drop everything that you're doing and spend all your free time on RISE. And I think that's why I keep coming back every week. So what makes me passionate about RISE is that the refugee crisis seems like this enormous, unsolvable, overwhelming problem. But with RISE, I'm able to work on a small section of that. It's like addressing a global problem on a local scale, and it really feels like I'm contributing something, even if it's really small, but it's really concrete. Yes, so I totally see the positive impact RISE has on the kids. With the younger ones, I'm seeing them become more confident in themselves, being able to talk in front of a group, or even just being able to make friends more easily. And then with the older ones, I'm seeing that they are being more serious about school and their education. They're making plans for their future, and I think that's so awesome. And across all age groups, I think that what I see is that they're gaining a sense of self and they're gaining a sense of identity, and they're becoming very comfortable with that. This is a place that they feel really comfortable and they feel like they belong. And they get such great mentorship from the ASU students who volunteer here. And so I think that RISE has had a great impact on them.
I meet a lot of tutoring teachers that make a lot of friends, and there's a lot of field trips.
I like tutoring because I can meet other tutoring teachers and meet other friends, and everybody here is nice. And I like learning, and that's all.
I like tutoring because I like all the teachers over here, and they're really kind. And when we learn, they make learning fun, and that's how they make us happy. And we get field trips a lot over here, and that's how it's fun.
My experience as a RISE tutor has been overwhelmingly positive. Every single week there's always something that not only makes me happy from just a personal perspective, you know, seeing these kids smile and play, but also from an academic perspective and a functional perspective from RISE. It seems like I'm always being surprised in the best way possible. So I continue with the program for a lot of reasons. One of the main reasons is all the potential I see in RISE, not only from the students but from the tutors as well, and as an organization, how we're moving forward. It's always nice to see a return every weekend in the way that the children are learning and the way that they're interacting with each other and becoming better every week. It's always very encouraging to see a student get more confidence in their ability to do simple math, right? But also their ability to just communicate with us and be more friendly and more willing to be the kind of students that they're, bound to be. RISE has positively impacted my life in a lot of ways. The biggest one for me is just giving me the mere opportunity to be here. Through doing that, I was able to develop myself as an educator, but also develop myself as a person and just learn from these students every single week, learning how to just deal with people, right? Learning how to deal with problems between students, but also just learning how to, be nicer and be more understanding and just be an all-around better role model. It's very encouraging to be that too.
I think people have this concept of volunteering or giving back that has to be glamorous, or you're traveling to a different country to serve, and it doesn't always have to look like that. That has its own merit, but I think being able to give back to your own community is one of the greatest blessings that RISE has given to me and so many of the other tutors that volunteer with RISE Tutoring. So I think just being able to, continuously involve myself within this wonderful community and watch them grow has been one of the greatest parts about being a RISE tutor. Yeah, just being able to develop relationships with the students we work with has been probably my favorite part about being a tutor with RISE Tutoring. Being comfortable telling students that I love them and care for them has been such a beautiful experience because, as humans, that's all we want is love and acceptance, and I think it's a really special bond to be able to share that with your students that you're mentoring and tutoring on a weekly basis, and just letting them know how cared for they are and that love is definitely returned as well. So,
what makes me passionate about RISE is knowing every day that I'm both going to have fun with these kids and going to help them, and knowing that I'm really in multiple ways having a positive impact on their lives after everything they've been through is why I stick with it. RISE is in sort of a unique position right now where we have more resources than we've had before. So probably our top priority is figuring out the best way to invest in our organization. And part of that is definitely going to be curriculum, finding a consistent source for the curriculum for our students. Ideally, that would be tied directly to state standards so that our students can directly apply what they're learning from tutoring into the classroom. Part of that may also be technology. We know that there's a lot, education in general is moving more towards technology, and we think that that's something that may help our students. Part of that is growing our numbers. We are always looking to bring on more students, and with that we're looking to become more involved with both the refugee community in the Phoenix area as well as the ASU community. So working with other organizations that work with refugees in whatever capacity. So really we're trying to both improve the services that we're providing while expanding the impact that we have.
From the moment I joined RISE Tutoring, I fell in love with everything the organization stands for. RISE was initially created solely as a tutoring organization, but week after week, students and tutors began to get to know each other, and over time they formed very close bonds. And that is what makes RISE the organization it is today, is those bonds. These are lifelong bonds that are being formed in the context of a tutoring organization. And I think that is something so powerful and so meaningful that you can't find anywhere that is specific to RISE Tutoring. This is why my life and the lives of so many others have been touched by this organization.
We now have over 40 students and 60 tutors, and just won the ASU Changemaker Award for group service.
We love RISE! We love RISE! We love RISE!
If you are interested in getting involved with RISE as a tutor, volunteer, or community partner, please email us. You can also visit our website or check us out on social media.